Welcome to part 16 of the Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 Let's Play, and we are finally doing this.
This world was devastated before I was born. A harsh, bleak place where we live in eternal darkness. Life is a struggle, and people live without hope. How did this happen? No one will answer me directly, but they always point to the flames. These flames, they burn away at my world, destroying everything in their path. They come from an eternal life form that we cannot truly defeat, the flames of disaster known as Iblis.
Silver!
Blaze, what's wrong?
He's appeared again!
Where do I begin? Alright. Hokey laugh aside, we are now truly playing as Silver the Hedgehog. Might as well recap on his abilities. So again, Silver has psychic abilities, so he can pick up objects, eggs at his disposal, well, depending that his meter is full. If he's near any objects, you can hold down the R1 button, and he'll grab any object that's around him. And if you hold down the square button, you can launch the objects at enemies or anything to make your own pathway. You can also grab enemies themselves, but in order to do that, you have to use a certain attack where you have to go at close range and well, psychic bitch slap them. Yes, that's the best way to put it. I know, I don't get it either. I wish he had a much more better attack where it had more, or that slap had more range. But yeah, once you do that, then you can grab enemies and you can launch enemies at other enemies. Like I said in Kingdom Valley, as repetitive as it does get extremely satisfying, especially later down the road when you go down onto the Eggman machines, where they'll be launching projectiles like missiles, and you can launch it back at them. Damn Silver. However, the problem with Silver the Hedgehog is not so much his abilities, but it's the physics engine, once again. And because you'll think that when you grab something and you try to launch it one way, it'll launch in the other direction. It's stuff like that happens constant throughout Silver's story, is what I'm basically trying to say. And it's extremely noticeable in some boss fights, actually. As for other abilities, he can also hover. You do that. Once you jump, you press the X button, you hold down the X button, and Silver will hover for a few moments. And god damn it. However, if you constantly tap the X button, and you'll actually, Silver will tap into his inner bird, and he'll cover a much more larger range. And as you can see, there'll be points in the levels where you'll see these runes on the ground. If you press the R1 button down on those spots, you'll be able to form a pathway. However, those are very context sensitive, though, like very context sensitive. But usually it's just there to make certain objects float. Oh, just to make a pathway for you. It's stuff like that, basically. Or in Crisis City's case, you'll be able to use them as springboard. You'll be able to use these beams as springboards, and you'll be able to launch yourself to a new area. I'll give the creator some thought. At least some thought went into Silver. But like I said, it's not like you can grab much anyway. So don't expect to be grabbing like large buildings or whatnot, because then again, if you would, it'd be incredibly game breaking. And again, unlike Sonic, the meter does actually decrease. Depending on how much you use your psychokinesis. Now, Crisis City as Silver, it's an okay introduction stage for Silver. And I do understand why Silver would want to destroy Iblis, unlike a certain part later down the road. Got it. I can't even go one part without mentioning. Hey, I can't even go one part without mentioning his ending, can I? But I'll get into that later, as we complain more about Silver's story. Oh boy. But now we are in the second section of Crisis City, and now we are taking control of Silver's first Amigo character, and we are finally in control of Blaze the Cat. Now, for those that are unaware, Blaze the Cat her debut game was in Sonic Rush, right? And where she lived in another dimension where she ruled as queen, right? But in this game, she's from the future. Well, I hope she does have a certain purpose. Is because Blaze is awesome in this game. Okay, yeah, I know I'm overdoing it, but comparing this to all the other characters, god damn. I wish I can play as her more, because she's basically what Sonic should have been. She's faster, she's more agile, and her attacks are strong. Plus, her homing attack's a lot more spammable. It is weird that her drill attack is mapped to a different button, mapped to a separate button. That's actually a practice that Sonic Unleashed would do later down the road. Well, at least Sonic Unleashed would do. But since it's more spammable, it's actually more useful, and it's actually more fun, you know? And here, I perform a glitch where you can beat Silver's Crisis City as Blaze. Yes! Seriously, the more I get to play as her, the better. But in addition to her more useful abilities, she also has a double jump, where you double tap the X button, and it works pretty well. Unlike a certain other character that also has a double jump, which sucks. And also, if you hold down on the square button, Blaze can activate her trademark fire spin attack. So like I'm saying, Blaze the Cat, she's a really good character to play as. You know what? No matter how bad a game is in terms of her gameplay, it's like the developers cannot fuck up her gameplay. I know I'm sounding like a fanboy at this point, but god, Alright, I gotta calm down. But it's the closest this game will ever get to getting good. Her alongside Sonic, those are the only things that'll ever come close to ever becoming, to this game ever to becoming, well, good. Anyhow, Iblis.
Come on, you monster!
So now we are on Silver's first boss in this story. It's, well, Iblis. It's no longer in his tapeworm, we can actually properly fight Iblis. Now what we have to do is that, first off, he'll send this meteor shower at you, just like in the Iblis Phase 2 fight. But once you do that, you can grab the meteors with your psychokinesis, and you can pretty much launch the meteors back at them. My best bet, do not rapidly press the square button, because if you do that, then the objects that Silver will grab will fly all over the place, and you won't be able to get a hit on Iblis. But in addition to that, he'll grab a building, and he'll try to smack you with it. But since it's so slow, you can easily avoid it. But in addition to the meteors, you can also grab other objects, and pretty much lower Iblis's health bar that way. See? This boss fight isn't really all that interesting, to be honest. As bad on the brights, this is better than the Iblis that we had to face before. But not by much. Oh yeah, and that can happen. Ugh, I only have his health bar down on the halfway point. Just avoid that attack. It's so slow. And you can also tell where he's gonna drop out the building, and just by the shadow alone. But since he does that, the debris from that building, and you can also use the debris from the building, and use it as projectiles you can throw at. You know, you would think Iblis would stop doing that. It's like, maybe it didn't work a second time. Maybe it'll work a third time. Oh, he missed it. Silver may be slow, but hey, he's certainly fast enough to dodge that attack. It's like, Iblis, maybe you want to come up with a new strategy.
It's not over yet. Don't let your guard down, Silver.
You know, Blaze, you could help me. You are immune to fire, right? Oh, wait. Oh yeah, and he'll also have this flame. He'll also have fire breath, if that's true to the fiery demon, an apocalyptic monster kind. Well, of monster thing. I don't know where I was going with that. But now, since there's no objects for me to hit him with, now I have to wait for his attack. Okay, let's hurry it up. I'm not gonna make it, aren't I? I'm not gonna make it, am I? Nope. Okay. I bet that was my fault. I could have gone the other way. But now, there we go. I guess I missed the, whoops. I guess I missed the, death. Oh well. Anyhow, folks, I don't really care that I missed the cutscene. Enjoy the rest.
Looks like we stopped it for now.
But it'll just rise up from its ashes again. What's the point of all this? It'll never end.
Calm down, Silver.
Then tell me what we should do. How can we completely destroy Iblis?
By knowing the truth, of course. Just as a flower comes from a seed, or a chicken comes from an egg, everything has an origin. You need to find the being originally responsible for this catastrophe.
Is that really the answer to our problem? Tell me, do you know who it is?
Well, Silver, it should be obvious. Seriously, look at him. He has no mouth. Look at his eyes, and he's gray.
To fix this present timeline, you need to change the past.
But that's impossible!
With my help, you can. Because I have the power to travel through time.
Oh yeah, another reason.
No way!
And why you should be
In
suspicious.
order to change the past, you must eliminate the individual who has awakened Iblis. The Iblis trigger.
No, Blaze, you can't say something, right?
If I eliminate that guy, will our world be saved?
The day of disaster. Here are my records of this event. This was when Iblis was freed, and his flames were released into the world. And you have this person to blame.
Oh yeah, totally responsible
see
for
it.
Doomsday.
So that blue hedgehog's the Iblis trigger?
Blue hedgehog.
Ah.
I'll send us back in time to the point when the Iblis trigger was alive.
Where am I? Blaze? Blaze! I guess we all got separated. This is so unbelievable. Now, I must fight for the future.
And so it begins. The next time we meet in part 17, we have more shenanigans to go through. I'm GameMan5804 and see you all then.